I'm just literally talking for the intro.
Devon Chisholm. Address him like that at all times.
If if it's simpler for you to say like just Devon, that's cool too.
Whatever you prefer. That's what.
Cool.
Yeah. So Devon Chisholm, firefighter by day, gay pride by night. Like what the fuck? I just fucking with you, baby. Yeah, I just fucking with you.
I don't even know how to. Yeah, go ahead. That was crazy.
Alright, so I'm gonna run the intro.
Blah, blah. You know, those are just words.
Words. All I have to offer is words. Just words.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What's going on, my beautiful peoples? Dre, I'm looking at you because you already look a little nervous after the intro song.
Yeah. A little nervous, a little tired, a little bit of everything. fucking song. Yo, you got
whole range of emotions over there.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while because it has been a while. It's been a month. A month. Shit, how we missed a whole month.
Whole fucking.
Nah, but it's really what we missed was 2 weeks of May and 2 weeks of June. Oh, no, wait. We're like in the last 2 weeks of June, right?
Yeah.
So
last week is the last week of June. Next week is the last week.
Don't be kidding my fucking months, bro.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna get straight into it. Who we got on deck? My main man, my brother, Dre Drizzle.
What's going on? What's happening? What's popping, my people? Tired, bro. It's been a long week, but not really a long week because we had Monday off. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How does that work? Long week for sure.
Long week but short?
Yeah.
That's how I live my life.
Yeah. Party like a rock star. But I'm good. Happy to be here finally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, man. It's been a while, but happy to be here.
Yo, your eyes look mad bajito.
Yo, bro, it's been a week. It's been a week.
Like, what was bad about it?
You know how it goes, man. You know.
No mantras? You're not watching your TikToks
No
anymore?
mantras.
No.
We haven't
I'm
heard a
waking
mantra
up
from
late.
you.
You waking up late?
Yeah, I'm waking up late.
Are you
now.
scrolling?
No, not scrolling.
Good.
So what
Just
is
not
it?
sleeping.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Well, you know when your mind is racing all the time. I don't know how to stop that shit no more. So I don't know.
Maybe a puzzle.
Puzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find a puzzle for you.
It's not a bad
Yeah.
idea. I like that.
Yeah,
Maybe I was thinking
mindless.
NyQuil. Knock me the fuck out. So, puzzle NyQuil. That might both of them combine my NyQuil.
It's a puzzle night.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't advocate any drugs.
They sell them in stores.
Fuck that. It's still just as bad, bro.
That's true,
Yo,
that's
you know what I watched? Dope Sick.
Dope sick.
The story about Oxycontin.
Oh, how was
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
that? They knocked out my Netflix. I don't got it no more. They got it on Netflix?
Wait, they got you with the share
Yeah,
password?
they got me. Shout out to
No,
Monster.
Hulu.
it's Hulu.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's Hulu?
It is.
It's Hulu.
No, it's definitely Hulu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out to Monster that held me down for like 2 years with the Netflix.
Oh.
I got the notification. We on to you. So that's over. So yeah, Hulu, I'll probably go check it out. I heard it was good though.
It's really, it's infuriating, but it's good.
No.
And that other lovely voice that you hear in the background, as always, the lovely, honorable Lady H.
I appreciate that you made the beginning of the intro shorter because there was that like little
the little
cliffhanger.
build-up?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do here.
So now you're just suddenly
danced to it,
dancing in the background.
Yeah, subtly. I'm happy to be here. It's been a minute. It's been 4 weeks of very eventful and social activities. We've been
thing
going
is,
to a lot of things.
As you get older, you go out one day of the week. Y se te fue la semana.
No,
Your whole
literally.
week is gone.
But we had 2 events each week, and I was like, this is a lot.
And at one point we had 3.
At one point we did have 3, and I went to Brooklyn 3 times in 1 week. Like what?
All events?
Yo,
Yeah, pretty much.
Brooklyn is a pilgrimage.
It is, and we
Yeah.
take the ferry over, so we make it a longer
sweet.
pilgrimage.
Yeah. No, like we purposefully take the longer route, but it's because
nice.
it's so scenic.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Like I'm not doing any of like I'm not going straight on the A train.
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
I'm not doing that route.
Water taxi thing.
Yeah,
right?
the water taxi shit.
Yeah, hopefully they get a stop up here for us. I'm putting that out into the universe to anyone who hears it. The powers that be, can you please put a ferry stop up here on, what is it?
On like 207 Academy.
Yes, you heard it right
or
here.
whatever.
Hopefully.
No, we need that.
We
shit.
will be the 2 patrons that will always use it.
They dropped $500 million on the complex on 207.
Where the theater's gonna be.
Yeah,
right?
so $500 million. And
Yeah.
that's 300 new
Yep.
apartments. So where are all those people going to take the train at the same stop? At the same... Yo, you seen how old those fucking stairs are?
That's gonna be a bad situation.
So we need a water taxi.
Fucking,
We do.
The one train didn't even have AC today,
Bro.
Oh,
That's
you
horrible.
I keep going into those cars that have no AC.
And I wonder, wow, there's a lot of seats. I'm gonna go to that one, and
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
always a
Yo, bro.
trap.
They call me.
As soon as you see no one,
It's like, what am I walking into? It's an agreement you already make, seeing an empty car and stepping into it. Like, what
been
am
in
I
New York.
walking into?
Always
New
got to be
York.
suspicious.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
in New York
yeah.
all my life, and I still fall in the trap.
yo, bro. But you know what's the worst is because like when all the doors open and you realize you're dead in the middle,
That's it.
and you're like, fuck, I can't go anywhere. So you're like playing that little double dutch shit, and you're like, and you just, no matter what, you still gotta get in.
Yeah.
And there have been occasions where I like sit in the seat and, be like a homeless brother fucking laid out, sprawled out
Been
across.
a few of them, yeah.
And he looks at me, he's like, so you gonna stay there?
I know. It's like, my bad. I know I'm in your living space right now.
And so then I don't want to offend him by leaving his
I
living
know.
room.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, there's a nice little spot you got, so I'm gonna stay here.
yeah.
Thank you for having me as a guest.
And you're like, motherfucker.
I know. Yeah.
Oh man! So today, who we got on deck is someone that I'm excited about having on. Actually, not just me, but everybody.
I was excited when you told me. I was like,
Thank you.
that's awesome.
I've known you for about, I would say, over 15 years, or even,
wow.
20.
Wow.
No, I would go as far. I mean, we may have not crossed paths
15
today.
to 20 years. Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
wow.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Like
that we've known of each other
Of each other.
and hung out over the years, off and on, and yeah.
Yeah, and it's
beautiful.
It's like, hey, what's up?
What's up?
And then we have a conversation. Then years will go by, and then we see each other again. It's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
How have you been? Tell me about your life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always an event. Like,
And it's always
it is.
a thing.
Yeah.
And then we just discussed very briefly, because I'm like, I don't want to have too much of a conversation because I want to have it on the show. I haven't seen you since your wedding.
Right.
And it's just been like, wow. So before that, I randomly saw you because you came out to my birthday.
That's right.
And then you just said, hey, why don't you come out to my wedding? And I'm like, what?
I was here at the park, right?
Yes.
Event after event.
And it was event after event. Even such a big event that like the mayor of Yonkers fucking came out
Right.
to the wedding.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, pero
Shit.
este tigre está encendido.
You're doing big things out
My
there,
man got
motherfucker.
fucking recognition out here.
Damn.
Yeah, you had a beautiful wedding, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
For the beautiful experience.
You're part of it, so.
Yeah, it
So-
was beautiful.
That beautiful radio voice that you're hearing on deck. We got today
Radio jockey.
another radio jockey, Devon Chisholm. How you doing today, baby?
I'm good.
You,
Worked
you-
a full day, but I'm good otherwise, yeah.
you know, I've never heard you like this close into my headphones. I'm not gonna say into my ear, but wow, you have a really soothing voice. Good for you.
Thank you. You know, actually, someone told me, but I thought it was an insult because they said that, basically they said, you should be a disc jockey, like the way you speak, you can do it. And I'm like when I told my sister that, it's like, oh, some people say that because you're ugly for TV. So
Oh shit!
Damn, you took it there?
I don't know, but don't.
I have heard that.
Have you heard that before?
Yes,
Like,
I have heard that.
that's a thing.
What
But
the
I'm sure they were not telling you.
So
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
sure
that
it
was
wasn't that either.
a backhanded compliment. Like,
Hey,
I was,
you should
yo.
really be a disc jockey. Great voice for radio,
But,
where no one will see you.
so I was like,
Fucking fighting words. I had no idea that's where that compliment was going.
Yeah, at all.
I didn't mean it that way.
No, okay, good. I felt like you reconfirmed that initially what it was supposed to be. So,
That is hilarious.
I mean, we have video, so.
Yeah,
That's
we're
true.
doing.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Like,
And your
you
skin is
can't-
very glistening. So
Yeah.
good for
Is
you.
it? Yeah, well, yeah.
It's muggy as fuck in this
The natural
apartment.
glow.
Yeah.
Drinking hot coffee.
We're still doing God's work, though. So.
That's good. Nice.
Oh man, my fault. So since your wedding, I did want to tell you, number one, thank you very much for inviting me, because, and I did say this back then, but yo, I know how much it goes into having a wedding, number one, but not that I've had a big one like that, but I usually do the math. I sit there, I'm like, bueno, this chair cost about this much. This plate cost about this much. And, but I will say this, that at first, when I got the invite, I think it was like one of those invites. And I was just like, oh, this shit's gonna be super chill.
She was spectacular.
Yo, my man.
She was spectacular.
Because the shit looked like a whole fucking coliseum when we walked in. I was like, yo, you don't think you're doing
Damn.
Estate. It was on an estate.
Literally a whole estate. The I walked
on the river.
the greenery,
Yeah.
and I'm walking on the greenery. It's a whole park. And I'm like seeing people, oh, are you here for the Chisholm wedding? I'm like, who?
They had the harp and all that shit.
They may as well have the motherfucking harp.
Yo, I wanted to do that red carpet, but I was like, this is fancy enough, And mind you, that was like what they call a shotgun wedding.
Really?
That was like 2 weeks of planning.
What?
Yeah, and just
That's amazing.
yeah.
2 weeks.
So
My man.
I was
Oh, I'm gonna
like,
take your blueprint.
Yo, I'm like, the fuck you do for your honeymoon, then? Jesus.
yeah.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, it was.
I will say that, and the event afterwards was
Reception, right?
The reception. My bad. Clearly, I don't get invited to that many. It was cool, and so like even the table it sat me in. I don't know how well thought out it was, considering now that I learned this only 2 fucking weeks. But at least the people you sat me with were all really cool as well. So
Yeah, I tried
nice
to keep that in
people.
mind. I tried to keep it in mind. I didn't want to put you in the bathroom or the kitchen. put you together with a like-minded folk.
Oh shit.
but like I was genuinely curious. How the fuck did you get the mayor of Yonkers to attend your wedding?
So that stems from really at that point. It's important to say at that point I was not quote unquote out to my department.
Really?
Right? So
motherfuckers just showed up to your wedding,
so.
and they were like, "Where's the bride?"
So hold on.
You're looking at them.
Wait, hold on. So how long you been in your department before your wedding?
Well, it's about 2 years would be tomorrow, so 8 years, a little over 8 years.
So you surprised everybody
Wow.
in the part.
I mean, it was a surprise of some, and surprise. For the most part, it was a surprise actually.
So,
But
like, just out of curiosity, so currently, not for our non-viewers, just our listeners, you're wearing a shirt that says,
L628. What does
Pride.
it say? Pride, right? So L628, which is part of the reason why I got the mayor. L628 stands for Local 628, which is the firefighter union in Yonkers, right?
okay.
So I actually am recording secretary of that union at this present moment.
"Oh shit."
And back then I was a trustee, but I was still on the E board, with the executive board. The E stands for executive board. I was on the executive board.
For you motherfuckers that
Yeah,
don't
thank
know,
you. Good. I was
And that journey started probably year 5 of my my employment as a firefighter in Yonkers. They never had a black person on that executive board ever.
Jeez.
And I don't know if they ever
Ever.
had a gay
Yeah.
person, but
Oh
they
my
weren't
God.
open. So if they did, I don't want to.
So you you checked off 2 fucking boxes.
You're breaking
Yes.
down walls. You're breaking down walls.
Yeah.
My goal was to use as a litmus test, right? Like just to test the waters, kind of. This is me putting my big toe into the pool, right? I went to run for a position on that e-board. Like, let me see how the rest of the firefighters feel about me. Like, it's good. That's one of the best indicators,
You're like, let's see if they accept me for being black.
First of all,
Let's go over that hump first.
that was a big hump.
Just in case if they didn't know.
And mind you, whether Yonkers and New York City are right there, brother sister cities basically, and both cities and firefighters around the country theoretically are predominantly an Irish Italian type of culture. It's but nonetheless, we are getting more and more minorities trickling in. but I needed to find out if you know, I was going to be accepted as a person to represent them on issues, just dealing with salary, any political issues, things like that. So long story short, I ran, I lost by like 2 votes. I ran a second time, I lost by 11 votes.
Oh, shit. Out of how many?
So the first time there was 3 candidates, and you have to place in the top 2, and they do what's called a runoff. So you vote again, but just with the top 2.
There was an O'Donoghue in there, right? I'm sorry.
There was something. Actually, there was one Irish dude. There was an Irish dude there. Yeah.
It's the only name that can.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the
Right.
O's,
O'Hara.
you know,
O'Kelly.
exactly, the mix, the this and that. The third time I ran unopposed. Like everybody was like, nobody said anything. And
Nobody knew the job was up for grabs.
Right. Well, the thing is, somebody has to nominate you. Like, I can't just go in and say I want it. So somebody has to say I want Devon Chisholm to run.
Oh, copy.
And then someone has to second that. Someone has to say, okay, I agree. I want him to run too. And that happened. And then the next question is, does anybody want to run against? Right. So if somebody doesn't like you, it's like, I'm gonna nominate anybody to run against you. No, like that's how it is.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
if they don't like you, you know. So at this point, the third time, like it was crickets. Like nobody wanted to.
They were like, "Yeah, Papa, my man really
It's
wants
over.
it."
So it was like it's over. We ain't got nothing to throw at you, you know. So
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
Right. So,
Right.
so that was a blessing, you know, and ever since I've been able to help a lot of firefighters, a lot of guys that feel they weren't represented, or guys that just were like, hey man, you'll be good in this position. Like, I know you're gonna say X, Y, and Z for us. Like you're gonna stand up for us. And little secret, I'm very outspoken, so that's just my personality. So I brought that to the department, and
Nice.
I didn't get the outspoken part because your voice is so soft.
So you get them later with that.
you didn't get the outspoken part. You got the gay part, maybe. I don't know. That's the.
I would have thought the gay part is the more outspoken part.
Yeah, I don't know. No, that's yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that one even. But yeah, man, it started from there, and because I got into the politics, once you get on the e-board, you have to get into the politics of firefighting and contract negotiation and endorsing politicians and things like that. And the mayor, I actually got one of the city the city representatives to ask the mayor, and then I spoke to the mayor, and I kind of said, this is going to look good for you, right?
You play
So
the politics
you have
game.
to you have to play politics in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And likewise, this will be good for the fire department, right? Because this is going to show like inclusivity, diversity.
We welcome everyone.
Yeah.
So this is even if you haven't said you did, right? The optics
Right,
I've learned in politics is perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that worked really well, and that's how he was able to get
wow.
there. Yeah. So
I want my votes.
Maneuver.
I'll be right there.
so it was. I was really happy that he was able to come through. So it was
That's
really nice of
cool.
him
That's
to do
cool.
that.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Did you have a relationship or maintain any sort of relationship with him after the wedding, or was it
So,
like a one-off thing?
You know, he is a mayor. He's really busy. So I don't have I'm not on texting him or emailing him. However, I have. He did swear me in earlier this year for his LGBTQ plus advisory board.
Oh, sure.
So, and that I think is an honor.
What do those advisory boards entail?
Right. So,
Is it like
I've always
is it a
wondered.
real thing?
correct. Right. So no, that's a good
No,
good
I've always
question.
wondered.
That's an excellent question, because one can almost say it could be like a puppet, right? Like it's like, oh no, I have this board just in case there's any issues arising from the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I haven't. Let's just say I haven't had any of those issues brought to me as of yet. What I did do is participate and help the city of Yonkers in regards to our Pride Day, which was June 10th.
Okay.
I think we might have spoke.
Yes, you
About
were a
that,
bit
right.
because we were like, oh, we were going to record that day. I had suggested. He's like, no, I actually have a Pride event.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you, brother?
Yeah. So
in a leadership position.
Yeah. So
you gotta
he
show
has
up.
to show
with that,
up.
it's like the mayor that I'm behind him in his whole panel, and it's the whole thing, and then the whole city is in front of me. So I just wanted to be present. You know?
Right.
So yeah, it can be looked at, glass half empty, half full type of deal. So there is some truth to that.
When you first started working for the fire department, there's something that held you back to like show that you was out, or how long did it take you to even be comfortable in that scene? Because I know that scene is like what I picture is like what I see in the movies is a lot of guys, manly type of dudes, and it's
very
like,
heterosexual. Those are the
type,
optics.
and, that type of shit.
I don't know, man. I used to watch Robin Byrd, and there was this one commercial about a firefighter.
Here we fucking go.
I was gonna fuck with you, Black. What are you talking about?
I don't know what this is. You'll fill me on that.
I can't even plug in.
I don't think you can plug that in
because it's a pretty graphic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are. I don't know if in Yonkers it came about, but there was a show on public access called Robin Byrd, and she would have. She was like not a porn star, but she would interview like porn stars, and so she would have people dancing, and so sometimes like
there's always a firefighter.
they would mix it up, so it'd be women and men. So you scrolling through the channels and you're like, yo, there's this chick, let me watch it. But then out of nowhere, this fucking firefighter would show up, and you're like, God damn it! And so in our family, we would have a joke, we're like, yo, Dre, you like watching the firefighter, right?
Oh man!
Oh my god!
It's that show was a running joke for a minute. And so when you talk, now that you say, they're manly men, I'm like, I see you, brother.
Manly men.
That's what I see in movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how was that? Like,
so you didn't wear any pride clothes before these last 2 years. You didn't do any of that.
No, absolutely not.
Was there a reason behind it though? Like, or
it was a comfort level, and also it was, just perception. Perception is just what it is, but it can become reality. Especially in my occupation. So I was like, let me prove my worth first. Like, right? Like, I don't need anybody telling me I can't do my job. I cannot do X, Y, and Z because he's gay. So let me do my job, prove that I can do it, and then lay the hammer down, like say, hey, oh, by the way,
come to my wedding.
I ran to that fire, I put that out, I'm gay, like that type of deal. And so and so I had to, people have asked me when I think I was like 2 weeks in, I was what we call probie, which would be the equivalent of a rookie. So I was a probie. And 2 weeks in, one of the guys asked me, he's like, hey, are you gay? And I said, no, I'm not gay. I couldn't be because this, that, and that, and I was laying all this. You came
up with logistics? That's when you know you're gay.
Dude, I was like, and they were like, good. I wish I could like remember, but they were like good ass examples because I kept them off my back, Then like 3 weeks later, yes, let's, big pause there.
The jokes will still continue.
Yeah, these jokes are they'll happen because
do they happen in the firehouse?
oh yeah, they happen a lot, and I think I invite them in. I invite them, right? Because
oh my god!
Not everybody, just a select few.
So 3 weeks later, you said 3 weeks later. What happened after that situation?
3 weeks later, another person asked me.
Oh, okay.
And I lied again, but I was so pissed off about it afterward. I was like, because I felt like, who the hell is this person to have power over me to like make me lie about something so simple? So I think I went upstairs like after he was in doing something upstairs in the firehouse, and I went up there. I was like, whatever I told you downstairs was a complete lie. So I didn't say I am, but I was like, whatever I told you was a lie.
And
then I just left at that, and he was like, okay.
Why do you feel? Right. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has a direct question, but I've always been curious. Why do you think people feel the need to ask those type of questions?
I still don't understand it to this day. I really don't.
Like what context draws that motherfucking conversation? Right. You know, like hey, we're changing clothes. Hey, by chance, are you gay? Like what?
Right.
Like what the fuck?
It was like building inside of them. It's like something that they just have to know. I to this day I don't and I speak to both of these guys, and these guys are, I've worked with them, and I have no, we all get along and things like that, but I have no idea what would. That's a good question. I have to ask him that.
Do you think there's other people still in the closet that doesn't come out?
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you ask them the question? Are you
well,
gay?
that was my next question.
I would never ask him that.
Yeah, of course, it's a rude question.
I would never ask him that. I will say, someone, has come up to me, or I found out through the grapevine. I should say, through 6 degrees separation from somebody else. But I never approached them about it.
Yeah.
No. Right? That's always the place. Like, you walk in a gay club, you look left and look right.
Like, why you got your uniform on in the club?
At the gay club.
Speaking of
I saw you at industry last night.
It's like you threw on the hoodie and you fucking ran out.
I saw you.
I never saw anybody, but I remember I saw a car like right outside of a gay club, and it had. We all have like these placards we could put in our car to park, and it had like a Yonkers firefighter. So I thought I was so curious, and I was just like, let me leave it alone. I was just like,
somebody's in here.
I was like, let them live their life. Obviously they don't want to tell me. That's fine.
That's their business.
Like, that's their business. Yeah. Absolutely.
I've always like that curiosity has, and when I'm referring to curiosity is the questioning. What makes people so diehard needy to know what people's sexuality is? Like, it's like, I've never asked anyone, yo, you gay? No, I'm like, tato, bro, do you? ¿Y qué? ¿Cuál es el problema? Pero when I see other people going about their business, to make it their business, to be like, I need to know, and as if it's gonna affect them, nah.
Like
so.
What? Yeah.
And so since considering you've been asked that question, it's my curiosity is, do you know why they want to know so badly? But just like you, me, we don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. They have, some people have like some people want to be the first to know, right? Like that's why they asked me so early in my career, right? So they can run and tell that, because that's it. We're very although it's a whole bunch of men. We are very
chatty catties.
A bunch of hens gossiping.
Yes. Wash
I believe
women.
it.
We're at the kitchen.
Men are gossipy.
Oh man,
men are very gossipy.
They are. They are. So I think part of it was that. The other part is they just. I don't know if this is like. I don't know if somehow me saying I'm gay is gonna affect them, but those type of people, I think, if they knew the truth, they would then change how they approach me. They would change themselves. In which way, I don't know. But if you're trying to find that information out, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Do you watch the show Ted Lasso by any chance?
That's on Apple, correct?
Correct.
I don't.
Nobody subscribes. It's okay.
I think I have like a free Apple thing I didn't activate yet. I have to watch that.
What's that about?
It's about a soccer team, and now it's on its like third and possible final season. So I'm not like spoiling it for anyone. However, there is an episode about one of the players being gay, and a friend of the player who's known him for God knows how long, right? Finds out he's gay. So the optics of the first beginning episodes are that the friend that found out is upset at him for being gay, and he kind of like avoids him, and he's frustrated and built in, and then so much so that in one of the episodes, because it's in England, that's another thing. They use the hard F word like pretty casually.
Yes, yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like a hard, really hard F, man, and so. The player that found out gets upset and storms at the spectator, the heckler, and goes off on him and blah blah blah. It turns out, that the guy wasn't upset at his boy too, that he's gay. he's upset. He's like, what's wrong with me that you didn't tell me from the beginning? Like, we were supposed to be boys.
Yeah.
Why haven't you told me? And the dude was, on the show, so I don't know if it's, it's not real life, he said something along the lines of, it's not you. I just didn't, like, I wasn't ready to tell anyone.
Right.
And so, it's such a pivotal moment for people to, I think, allow themselves to just be, and even so much so, super off the rails. On our previous episode, we had a young lady, and she was born in Germany. And while being in Germany, in school, one of the kids, all they're talking about is not even the Holocaust. They're praising Hitler in Germany and all this other shit. And one of the kids at the end of the school year, when he's done, he beats up one of these like Nazi kids, and it turns out that no one is caring about the fact that he's beating up the other kid, but they're like, "You're Jewish?" Like, what? So, my man's been like 8 years of school pent up with this shit, and finally explodes. Everything is a fucking lie.
Listening to the other propaganda.
Finally explodes.
And he just like lets it all loose. And so, when people say, "Oh, in the closet," I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been in junior high school, even in elementary school, and I seen a brother, I'm like, that nigga's gay. He might think otherwise, but he's gay.
Like, he's in a closet, but there's definitely a glass door. Like, we see what's going on inside. Right?
He's in the closet, but the door's wide open.
Feel free to come out whenever you're ready.
The door's wide open, bro.
Right.
And so Washington Heights, Latino, Black, this community, there's a lot of pushback. And there are so many layers to it, religion, households of parental lack of guidance for the most part. And, I don't know how your experience in Yonkers has been, because I think we have a pretty supportive group of friends and, like rationally minded people. I'm going to say rationally. I'm not going to say, reasonably minded. Just rationally. Some of these motherfuckers are questionable. But, and so I think it's even further wild to go into your profession and still face those type of challenges and obstacles.
Yeah.
I mean, because, is it going to be a situation where you took a motherfucker out the fire, gave him CPR, and he'd be like, "Oh shit, you're gay. Let me run back."
Like I'm at the window, like jump, motherfucker, jump. No, you're gay. You gotta catch me. Motherfucker's burning, right?
Have you had? Huh? Have you had any experience?
No.
I'm about to say.
He's wearing a pride shirt. No, I'd rather fall on the floor.
I say stuff like that at our meetings. We have like these big general meetings where I get to speak to, the whole membership, 300 people. Not that many people come all the time, but like maybe like 100 or so people I'm speaking to, and I'm like, guys, it's not like I had to tell them, these shirts are for sale. The proceeds are going to a scholarship fund in Yonkers for people who feel like they're LGBTQ, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, and it was like crickets for a second. I'm like, guys, if you buy this shirt and wear it, you're not gay. Everybody started dying laughing. They all started dying laughing.
Did he sell shirts after that?
I did. And people, you know what it is? People, they text me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take one. Hey, Dev, you got a large?
And lower caps. I'll take one. Word. Not even capital.
Like,
it's on Discord, if anything.
I want to say something, but I can't even do that. Like, I have to say, like, okay, that's their comfort level, right? Like, I want to support, but I can't do it. So I'm just like, I again, I wish that stigma would be broken, but baby steps, right? Like, okay, cool.
God damn it, O'Malley! I knew you were gay.
That's exactly, dude. They could really do a good line sitcom with the Firehouse.
I can imagine.
They could really do a good one.
Do you see them wear the shirts at all?
Actually, I got a text about getting one because he saw another firefighter wear one.
Oh, okay.
So that was awesome.
That's awesome.
That's
they're
really
nice
good.
shirts.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's
I
like
saw this. I like the little rainbow over the
fire,
truck.
like a fire truck and a rainbow. Fire engine.
Actually, I'm gonna get one for my brother and for me.
Cool.
And his boyfriend.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do your parents know that your brother is
I didn't even know you had a brother.
I'm like, wow, you're saying a lot.
I think he's told my dad. My mom, she's a very strict Catholic woman.
I'm not ready for that conversation.
Yeah, that's it. It's just, I don't think he's ready for that conversation, and I like to think my mom is going to be open about it. But
So your father kept the secret from your mom this whole time?
oh yeah, my dad's really chill.
Sweet.
He's very open-minded. He's
Cool.
very easygoing.
Cool.
My brother came out to me first.
Really?
Yeah, he called
That's
me
good.
like in 2015, 2016. I got a random call from him, and he was like, he's a very self-assured young man, very confident. He's always been very confident, and he called me, and his voice was like wavering on the phone. I was like, "What's wrong?" And he slowly came out to me. And I was like, okay, thank you for telling me. I support you no matter what. And I could just hear this, like, the sigh of relief that
You could almost like
I felt it.
that tangible, just like
Yeah. He was really relieved, and I believe he shared it with my dad. He is going to move in with his boyfriend in Seattle in September, so
big move.
very excited for him. And I've met his boyfriend too, and he's great. So he's living his best life playing beach volleyball in LA. But now he's going to Seattle.
It can't get any gayer than that.
So I will buy one of those
LA
shirts.
and beach volleyball.
Yeah, shout out to my brother. Love him to death.
No. What was your
Experience.
coming out experience outside of the firehouse?
Oh, I don't know.
Because her brother, he didn't have to tell me. I knew it.
Oh yeah, and also
Like-
he's embraced it since then, because he did like walk a very like I'm a straight guy kind of line before he came out to me, and he's slowly, or if I should say since then, he's progressively become more himself.
When people walk too straight, I'm like, boy.
Yeah. He was very straight. He was very straight.
I'm like, why are you trying so hard, bro?
They walking like they marching North Korea. Like, bro, relax,
you're like-
bro, relax.
Yeah.
It's like, this is how men do it, right?
Yeah, like robots, bro. Relax, bro, relax.
How was your my experience like coming out? You know what? I don't have like everybody has these stories. I just kind of let myself be. First, I think you have to come out to yourself, right?
Okay,
Like,
so how was that experience?
so that experience was more along the lines of like, yeah, I'm having these feelings, so
that's your inside voice talking
my
to you.
inside voice. That's my inside voice. And I was like, damn, I don't know what to do about this. This is like, I taught this was wrong religiously, and then just like so I was like, quote unquote, a late bloomer, I guess. But I do remember having.
At what age did you
this like
accept?
accept, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's a fair enough question.
19 or 20?
Oh.
20?
Oh, you was
20.
young though.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Fairly young.
Yeah.
20.
Did you
yeah.
have a girlfriend before that, or?
Oh, I had many girlfriends.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean.
He's
I
like,
mean,
I
this
was
whole-
getting
killing
mad.
him.
Yeah.
I was chocolate glass of milk. I mean,
It isn't a long express. It's always like.
I was drilling them.
I was.
You're like, this isn't doing it for me.
Yeah. I need more. Oh my god. That is,
Did any of those shorties ever hit you up like, damn, man, this whole time I thought it was me, but I really kind of knew it was you. Bitches be spiteful, man.
it's not
the one that got
a bunch
away.
of those stories. too.
It's not the one that got away. It's the one that ran away. He ran away.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, 19, 20, damn.
Yeah,
That's young.
1920 to like, but that's just me. Like,
Yeah.
right, just my own self.
You're like, I need a
realization.
break. Need to chill.
And then I had to like test that theory.
Yeah.
You know, I had to like, okay. So
You're like, where do I
I've
even
never been to
start?
the city. I've never been like in the city at a gay club or anything like that. So I had to like get into that. And lo and behold, my best friend, Shayla, she happened to be like, I guess she was more finding herself too. She was a year older than me. Went to the same high school. She, I guess at that time, called herself a lesbian, and
Now she's
gorgeous. Gorgeous. I don't know what I've lost contact with her. So wherever you are, Shayla, I don't know what you are. I think you're a lesbian. I don't know what you are. Yeah, she was a gorgeous girl, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Like, we can go down together, and if anybody had any questions, it was just us two together, you know. So I felt like I had like a cover for it too, and there was, you know, so it was just fun. It was, you know, it kind of worked, and we were good friends, and you know, it was just it was awesome, man. Just learning the ropes
with someone.
With someone else trying to learn the ropes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, oh man, you don't understand. It was just awkward. Like the first time I ever went to a gay club, I'm aging myself now. It was Avalon, which used to be the old Limelight.
Oh shit!
Yes.
I do know Limelight. I know
Isn't
Limelight.
that the church?
That's the church.
That's
yeah.
the church.
Right.
So I'm in line.
On 21st Street. I think.
Yeah,
Where
is it
the pizza joint
21st
now, no?
between 5th and 6th? Is it 5th and 6th? Or
No,
6th
no,
and
it's on the
7th?
east side. I mean, it's close.
Fifth and
I know Michael's is across the street from me.
It's 5th and
It's
6th.
like a pizza
I think.
joint now.
Or 5th and...
It's somewhere
think
down
it's somewhere
there.
over
It's
there.
on 6.
I think it's 6. Yes, but it's
But it's a church or pizza joint now?
it used to be a church.
I don't know what it is. It used to be a gym,
And then it
turned
became
to a mall.
yeah, it like turned
and
into
they're
so
like-
many
In a
things.
club and shit.
Yeah.
And it was when it was Limelight, like there was a lot of shit.
It
happening.
was.
But it's only a gay club.
Nah.
I think it was everybody.
Oh,
club,
It was an
club.
everybody club.
but it
They had
tended.
gay nights.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Sunday was
Was
gosh,
lit.
which was crazy. I remember being in the cab, a yellow cab, you know, no Uber back then, and he drops us off. He's like, "Man, there's nothing but guys in there. There's nothing but guys on that line." I was like, "Thank you, keep the tip." I got out the car. I'm at the right place. Thank you.
You have a nice night.
Yeah, that is
So he
hilarious.
was again because I was with my friend Shayla. So you know he thought we were like a couple. I was like, yeah, we're going to the place like
other
beyond
place.
there, you know. But we just snuck in line and yeah. So that's my story. I had to learn the ropes that way. You
At
know?
that age, oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, did you change the way you dress once you came into
That was like a gradual thing too. I don't know what the fuck I was wearing back then. I really don't. I don't know. I nothing like too crazy. I changed my style. I think more than my dress.
Then, okay.
I had a lot of hair. Processed my hair. It was like spiky at one time. Then it was like an afro. It was just all type of process going on.
So you were gayer when you were straight, is what you're saying?
Yeah, probably. I think so. I had like pink diamonds in my hair.
Highlights. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So a lot of times I look at these young kids when I'm walking down, you know, like the street here in Manhattan or, you know, wherever the fuck I'm in, Harlem Heights, wherever. And I'm just like, I remember that. Like, you'll regret that. Like, you know, live your life now. But you'll look back and regret it. Because they really think they look really good, and that's their confidence, and let them have that. You know.
At that age, you already knew you wanted to be a firefighter?
Absolutely not. The firefighting component came in. I went to school. I got like a scholarship to go to University of Buffalo. I did 2 years and flunked out. Right.
Wow, yeah.
So I flunked out. I came back. And I went to. My major was English.
Okay.
And after that, I came back home, and I had to go to school still. Like my mom was like, "Hey, you gotta do something. You can't be sitting. I wasn't working.
Do something with
chilling,
yourself,
bro.
man.
You gotta do something.
You gotta
can't
do
be here,
something.
You know, parents are, I can't live here rent free. This and that. You gotta be doing something. So I went to school, which is Westchester Community College, and
Damn,
that's
from Buffalo to community college?
Yeah, I know.
Oof, shit.
Oh man. Back then, that was such a
that would've been
ego
dagger.
shattering thing for me.
That shit hurt my chest.
Yeah, that was really big for me, but I went anyway. I was so mad. But I met my best
Like, I'm
friends.
here with
I
these
met some of my
fucking
best
losers.
friends ever there, you know? Like, that's how I met Steve. That's how I
Oh,
met
really?
Blake. Yeah, we all were at the same college, like these group of friends. that were
Yeah.
in
I
the
didn't
same
know
circle.
Blake, you and Steve met there.
Yeah. And then I met, you
Shout
know,
out to those brothers.
yeah, absolutely. You know, so yeah, I did that, and then I realized I didn't like that either. I flunked out. Like I just didn't go to class. I was more in the social aspect of it, and I saw an ad, and it said, you know, looking for firefighters.
On the newspaper?
in a newspaper in
damn.
Westchester.
He did one of yours.
It was crazy. I never saw an ad for like,
Yeah.
you know, I never saw that. And I was like, and I saw how much they made, like started. I think the ad said at the time, like 78,000 starting.
What?
I was like,
pretty good at that time.
I was like, oh.
I'm in here.
I'm in there, you know. Little do they know I don't want to run into a fire, but I'm gonna see what's up. You know,
I had to fake the funk for a little bit.
exactly. So that's what I did,
shit.
and that's how that
They,
came.
he was like, they
That's
don't call
cool.
it flaming gay for a reason.
right. I mean, I'm gonna flame the place out. Like they're gonna know.
man.
I'm gonna let them know.
Yo.
And now you're leading the LGBTQ plus advisory board.
Which is
For the mayor. Yep.
Yeah.
For the city of Yonkers.
Flaming the place out.
It's a big day for you too.
Right. So tomorrow there is a promotional examination to become a lieutenant. So not only do I have the opportunity to be a lieutenant, I'm going to be a lieutenant that's, you know, saying, all right, faggots, let's go into this fire. Let's go. You know, like,
So you will be.
I'm going to be the faggot marching these straight men into the fire. You know? That's like serendipity. Like, you know, like that's like.
I love that.
So it's going to be. I mean,
So you'll probably be the first openly gay lieutenant.
Yeah, in Yonkers.
do
That's
you
awesome.
say black openly gay, or do you?
I just say openly.
openly gay.
that's-
Yeah, because black is that's
No,
it.
that's
Everybody accepts that.
Yeah. It's like,
They're like they have to.
you know, if I was like Alabama or something, maybe.
You might blow their minds a little too much with black
Right.
and gay.
They'd be like, yeah,
They're like
please.
too many.
That's too many.
too much title.
We gotta get rid of him.
Yo, so just briefly back to that moment though, because I had no idea that people didn't know until they attended your wedding. So your coworkers didn't know until they attended your wedding. Right. That to me is wild because you know, as far, and I mean, I'm making this up. As far as I'm concerned, they're looking at you and they're like, huh, he's standing awfully close to his groomsman.
Right, because
Why is best man holding his hands?
to paint a picture, and they were there, but to paint a picture for everyone, when we entered the park, I was with my my cousin. So I was with this gorgeous, beautiful
Yes.
woman, right? Do you remember that?
She had
That's
the yellow.
No, she had the red.
No, she was.
So everybody was like, yo, is that your mom? Like, what's going on? You know, like, you know. But I asked my cousin to walk me down, and then my husband had his mom. I flew her up from Paraguay. His mom walked him down, and then we met in the middle, and then did all the ceremony.
Had you met his parents before? Or?
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
You been to Paraguay?
Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish?
My Spanish is more of an understanding versus me speaking, and I actually yell at him. I yell at him about this often because, okay, he was a lawyer, right? How do you say it? Abogado, right?
Yeah,
he was a lawyer.
abogado, yeah,
He was a lawyer in Paraguay, so he corrects me a lot when I speak Spanish. Like, no, it's this, you know? And so it turns me off from it.
You're like,
You know, so I'm just like, okay, I'm
not
gonna speak. I'm just gonna speak English. Whereas I could be speaking, making mistakes, but actually get the gist. So it's always a pronunciation thing. It's not the word. Like, so I know the word.
That
you know, I
motherfucker.
know the word.
Right. I can
But-
communicate what I'm
Yes,
saying.
exactly.
Just let me finish saying it.
And I think that's like, I think that's just his thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you, baby. Just it is what it is, you know.
How was the conversation after the wedding when you went back to the firehouse? Like, yo, you even tell us, what happened, bro?
It was a thing.
Yeah,
Really?
that shit was
First
talk
of
of the
all-
town,
On the gossip.
right?
Yeah.
Talk of the town.
It was like, because, you know, the mayor was there.
Yeah.
So the mayor put that on his feed, Facebook, everything like that. Big old picture of us.
There's a,
You
like,
know,
a
it was
big
all
blast.
theatrical there, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
this. And my God, the administrative office had it. These are the people that do payroll, they're doing the medical stuff, like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
That got faxed over to the I mean, it was
faxed
all over the, you know, and people were like, what? I didn't know you got married. You know, they didn't know how to take it. Right? So even if the strategy was, right, even if you didn't like the fact that I was gay, the mayor was there, right?
So you can't
The
say
guy controlling your contract and your money is there. You can't like right?
Yeah.
It's like really risky to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good.
And guys came up to me and was like, yo, you're a smart motherfucker. Like, you did that shit right. Like, that shit is
Yeah.
crazy.
Brought in the big guns. You
Like,
brought
you
in the
brought
big
in
guns.
So
political
smart.
power
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
like, you know, because there's other members of his round table, so to speak, the city council members that have, they, like, were there as well. And they kind of was like, you know, has anybody been giving you any trouble? You know?
They got your back.
That type of deal, you know?
Oh,
So
damn.
I'm like, nah, chill. So it's good, you know? So,
Putting those motherfuckers on notice.
it was a big deal. Some guys were
Wow.
like, you should have invited me. Some guys that were invited, I don't know if you guys are privy to him, but one in particular is one of my good friends, Gadiel is his name, and Dominican Puerto Rican brother, and he was there, and he was like in awe, like his eyes were open the whole time. He was like, yo. Like, I almost shed a tear. Like, that shit is crazy. And then, like, he ran to the firehouse and told everybody that night because he was drunk after the reception. He was like, yo. But he didn't say it in a mean-spirited way,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is cool.
Excited.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, this motherfucker got married and it was beautiful. And it was a guy. And it was like, yo, a guy. Like, you know, so. I tell you, guys, they're like wash
They
women.
love it.
They love
Yeah,
it. They love
yeah,
it. So,
yeah.
you know, but everybody's been pleasant.
That's
you know?
good, though.
Everybody's
That's
been
good.
As long as it's not
Wow.
like uncomfortable. Or
Nah,
weird.
nah. And again, I'm kind of, I still have that outspokenism or outspokenness. I'm very like, yeah, you have a problem. Let's go talk about it. You know, that's just my attitude.
It's because, I mean, especially in a field where outside of the camaraderie, I mean, motherfuckers gotta rely on each other because
Right.
Of
it's
course,
like real
running
life
into
shit.
fucking
Right.
fires, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy as
And if motherfuckers sabotage you or don't want to watch your back, literally and
something like
figuratively,
that.
That's true.
on some real shit, like, yo, you going into a fire and motherfucker won't tap you in the back to let you know that don't
Shit.
go into that room
Yeah.
or something. It gets real quick.
Yeah.
It does.
And so, you know, relationships go beyond just a closet locker room gossip bullshit. It's like, nah, life or death in this.
Right.
And I mean, and I'm just speaking out of context, but when it comes to those circumstances, you got to make sure that people not only
Got your back.
but
yeah.
and they accept you for you, but even if they don't accept you for you, that they won't put you in a fucking unforgiving situation.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if that's something you've ever dealt with, but my mind goes there off
No,
the
that's
rip.
super, super important, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to like do it in the fashion that I did it. You know, it sucks, but them being uncomfortable would be like I would be uncomfortable, right? Like we rely on each other, life and death. You know, so. I'm just glad it went as smoothly as it did. Another concept too, I always thought like, you know, I live with these guys. You know, I damn near see half these guys. You know, they're getting dressed or
Yeah,
this and
yeah.
that. I don't want you to feel like, oh,
He's looking at me.
yeah, he's looking. Oh, he's looking
Yeah,
at me,
yeah.
and you know, and
I
again,
feel like that was everybody.
Yeah.
you know, I have some choice words for a few of them if they ever decide that. But, yeah. So it's cool. It's all good.
You think somebody is gonna be like, if he looks at me, he's gonna make me gay.
They're some of them are like that, but then again, we're getting so many new firefighters, and I have to say the newer generation of firefighters are kind of like just like, all right,
Whatever.
They
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
it's like it is what it is, you know. So that cultural stigma is slowly eroding away.
That's
It
great.
is.
That's
It
good.
is. Yeah. So
Now, once you become lieutenant, you think some of them will feel some type of way that I have to take orders for somebody that I,
Didn't think of
that is a good question, and I think eventually it will come up, so firefighters are very sneaky in a sense where if they have an issue with leadership, they'll talk about it amongst themselves and not bring it right to leadership. So you could essentially have 4 guys talking behind your back about your leadership skills or leadership abilities or your firefighter skills, and you would never know, like, right? So
it's goddamn
they,
cool.
They can, they really, really can do that, and I've seen it happen. It's horrible, and I have to rein back how I am, like when if I become a leader. I said when because I will.
No, yeah.
When I become a leader, you know. So when you're a leader, you almost have to toe that line, you know. But as a firefighter, man, I have free reign. I'm like, what the fuck did you say? Like, that, you know. So I check them real quick, you know, and it's not about, you know, supremacy and this and that and the other, but they know, like, Devon Chisholm, like, if I say this and it gets to him, like, it's gonna be an issue. So a lot of them are like, they're kind of nervous. If I'm up at that lieutenant level,
that's a different story.
I can't like go at him like I want to. So that's a little
be more political.
Gotta form some allies.
Right, like gotta get the mayor again, you know. Don't you know I know the mayor?
At least you got him on the text. Yeah, problem
These
here.
motherfuckers
These fucking with me over here, bro.
Like,
Oh Lord.
And so outside of Pride Month, do you feel that people still show love, or like, or is it just on Pride Month, yo? And this is here, Dog and Pony Show, and that's it, is over with.
you hit the nail on the head. It is a Dog and Pony Show in a sense. I mean, from my personal feeling, like this month, I am kind of. It feels like I'm shoving it down their throat, shoving it in their face. Yeah. That's a big shove. You know? So it's hard for them to digest. It's hard for them to digest all this like pride stuff, you know, this and that and the other. But I do it because there needs to be some sort of and you know what? At the end of the day, there's probably other gay firefighters. You know, will they come out? I don't know, but I want them to know that, you know, it's okay. I'm slowly chipping away at them. And I do that in the month of June. And after that, I don't, because I don't want them to feel like I'm pushing some sort of agenda on them.
Pushing the gay on people.
No, that's part of the issue now, you know, kind of like nationwide. But like, I'm not pushing anything on you. I just want to let you know that, you know, I'm here and
for support.
I you know, yeah.
If
there's 1 month out of the year, just fucking let people be who they are. You know, like, I don't know.
What's your goal for your trajectory?
So firefighters can work about 20 years and then retire.
Oh, you almost there.
Halfway there. Fucking there.
Halfway there.
Yeah.
I'll still be less than 50, which is great.
Oh, scream.
Oh, wow.
So that is, I just, you know, no homo, right? That's what they say. I want to get in and I want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Get in, come all over the fucking place. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, my God.
My man dropping balls out here.
So, I told you these are going to be toss-ups here. You know?
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's my goal.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I will say to you guys, I have been asked by a few politicians. They asked me if I was, you know, interested in being a politician. I guess because for them I hit so many check marks, right? Like I'm like this black firefighter, gay, you know, I'm already on like a political board. I have, you know, do contract negotiations. I had to navigate COVID for these firefighters because it was like chaotic. You know, I did all that.
Yeah, you're gonna be lit.
I'll be in a leadership position.
Yeah.
So
You're
some
already
of them are
taking
like,
leadership positions,
right.
you know, and you're being strategic about all this.
Yes. So
have you thought about doing it though?
I think about it. I feel like I have such a dirty closet.
Oh fuck! They all do though.
Everybody does.
Yeah, all the politicians.
Everybody does.
I don't know one politician
Not
that does
one.
that.
Right?
Exactly.
So-
I don't see
Come
any
on.
crystal closet
Come
for
on,
politicians.
come on. I think you
Yeah.
have to have a dirty closet.
I think
to be a
nowadays,
politician.
yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Like you have to have a little dirt.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the optics have to be that you're like squeaky clean.
Now.
Yeah.
Like you could be crackhead and rehab crackhead, and then look, I went through the struggle. Let me
Correct.
teach people
Right.
that we're on this.
Exactly.
We're
Because
in
you
this
like this
together.
redeemed story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Optics.
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 But you can't
All
be
the
full blown
optics.
crackhead while doing shit.
No.
No. You gotta have. At least you gotta have the
Absolutely not.
story.
Absolutely not. You're absolutely right. So that's my.
So if it was a thing of a past, it's a thing of a past.
Yeah.
And if there's a way
I'll
to
think
spin
about
it
it.
and the optics, you know, to make it into something else.
The best way is a book.
Oh yeah.
The what?
A book.
And add
A
back.
book. To write a
Yeah,
book.
to write
Write a book.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you write your
Oh,
transgressions.
yes,
You
yes.
write.
And then you make money off
Oh,
of it.
absolutely. You make
Win-win.
money. People are like, oh my God, I had that
And you put-
situation too.
You're
You put-
such a
yeah.
hero.
Right.
Yeah, come
You
and talk
overcame
about
all
it.
these
Put a couple of little
Yeah.
lies in there too.
And then,
Little lies
and then
in there. Yeah, that's how you do
You
it.
can take speaker engagements.
Those make good money.
They
Very
do.
good money.
Little
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
money.
I sound
I'm
kind
trying
of
to
good on
figure
this
out what
microphone,
angle I
I
can
think,
do
right?
that.
Like some stuff.
Hit that stage.
Yo, man, about 55, you're gonna be fucking charging $100,000
Word up,
a goddamn
yeah.
speaking session.
I know.
Start throwing some of those shit on YouTube.
No, so especially for Pride Month, you fucking rack up and attend every corporate event,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
charge Goldman Sachs $250,000.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
raise that up. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get some money from Goldman Sachs.
The pharmaceuticals, finance,
All that.
what
all
are
that
the
shit.
other big
Take
money
the Hillary
industries?
Clinton business model.
That's
yeah.
it.
She made how much? Like $3 million in a year off of speaking
For it.
engagements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was quite-
That's listen.
Very lucrative.
God bless her. You know.
That's insane. Damn. It's crazy.
It's wild, man, because I in full transparency, like when I listen to conversations, especially in Pride Month, when whether it's family, friends, and they're like, they say shit like, I feel like they're shoving it down our throats. And I always say pause.
Pause for a second.
And it's one of those things where I've never gotten the point of view or the feedback of someone saying it's not about just the awareness aspect, but it's about the reinforcing support aspect. And so hearing you verbalize that today gives me another optic on it. Me, I stand by the I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But live your life, fam. All
Right.
good. You want to throw in another letter? Dale pa allá.
Right.
But
listen, and by the way, I'm still learning about all the letters and pronouns and this and that and the other. So I'm very, I'm always learning, as I always say. So, but yeah, to your point, people will say, you're forcing everything on us, and I just say, like, dude, 1 month. Like 1 month, you're letting people celebrate or just be who they are, no matter if it's like this, very flamboyant or just, whatever. I mean, I think people have the optics, or when they think of a gay person, I don't know if they think of a feather boa and some guy sashaying down I don't know, but I know some very masculine.
Right.
And then on the flip side, some very quote unquote straight guys who live normal lives, meaning married, girlfriend, and married to woman and kids, and they dip in the pond too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I do think at least 30 days or however many days in June, like, you can't give us that. Like, I don't know.
At least y'all have a whole month.
Yeah.
I think Latinos have half a month.
Wait, why? What's?
Or it's like 3 weeks. It's not the full month of October.
Oh yeah, because we got October.
I didn't even
It's
know
back.
it was October.
Because it gets lost, bro.
It gets
Nobody knows.
lost. Yeah.
Because I think we mix it up between Latino and then indigenous.
Yes.
And so it's like a
Yes,
mix
yes.
of those brown people all look the same.
They can't have their own month.
That's
Damn.
So it's like, and let's throw in Native Pacific Islander too.
No, they're with
Asian.
Asian.
Oh, where are they? Okay.
They're in May.
Oh,
They already had
Oh
theirs.
my God.
Whole
they're-
month too. They had a
They're
whole month.
combined with like Asia Oceania type of like South. Yeah.
Just group all of
They
them
don't come from a
here.
hot place. It's fine.
Oh, the politics of it.
It sucks. It sucks to have like a month,
Right?
But
But it's like because then it's a space to celebrate.
yeah,
However you want to
that's
celebrate.
it, like
But
that's.
can we agree that the loud gays are very fucking annoying? I'm sorry.
What is the loud game?
Listen,
Yeah,
Or anyone loud. Anyone loud.
It's like the sachet. And I was just fucking. I'm like, hey, bro.
I will tell you this though, because people at work they're so curious about like the gay life. Oh, I have a representative in the firehouse. Like, I'm going to ask him about it. So they ask. It's like, how do you feel about this and how do you feel about that? Or like, when they're talking about drag queens and this and the other.
They're like,
I'm not really.
You're the universal ambassador. You know everything.
I know
about
everything,
gays.
right? That's what they say. I think it sums it up best. My coworker says this to me. He says, "Oh, Devon's not gay," and they're like, "What? What are you talking about? Devon's not gay. He just fucks niggas." I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, I didn't even know what to say. Like, I was just like, we all die laughing. But they say that every time we're out,
But
So
can you know that I do understand what he's talking about? though?
right? So, like, I get it too.
I do get what he's saying.
think so. I just thought that was crazy. Though.
Oh, shit.
I legit know what he meant by saying that.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, he ain't gay. There's gay.
He's
He's just fucking me.
Yo, there's people out there like that though. They're like, yo, I'm not gay. It just, whatever.
I
It's
just
just
hit
like,
a couple of motherfuckers
Okay.
off here and there. You know?
right.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
Yo,
fucking hilarious.
but so other people do ask you about questions about other aspects of the LGBT community that don't necessarily pertain to you, and they're like,
They do. They do, but I encourage it, right? Because at least their wheels are going. Like
Yeah,
they
they're curious about it.
They're curious about it. So, and I know in particular somebody had a relative, let's say, a family member, that they were, and at the time I didn't know, but they were asking questions. But I later found out that was because they wanted to know about this particular family member and be of assistance or help them, or be proper around them, and how do I help them? How do I act around?
That's
So
cool.
it's very new to people, but I felt like, oh, that's awesome, man. Like, so anything I can do to help to
Right.
make that relationship of yours better.
That's,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a great
Yeah.
resource.
No,
You're a great resource for
I
them.
try. Yeah. That's so
Doing the Lord's work.
right. I am.
but not the hateful Lord.
Be careful now.
There's that other Lord.
There's some other people out there throwing like holy water at me.
Have you had holy water thrown at
No,
you?
no, absolutely not. Absolutely
Jesus.
not. Absolutely not.
To say Jesus.
That would be like.
That's horrible.
I think I'd fall to the ground and start like convulsing.
Just to fuck with them.
Yes,
Absolutely.
please do that.
I mean, that's firehouse humor, right? Like that's the stuff
Yeah,
we do. Like
yeah.
you could either be pissed about it or you could just
Right.
really go.
Yeah. Let's embrace it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fun.
One of the lessons I took away from my pops was just allowing people to be who they are,
Right.
and accepting them for who they are, because it really don't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I'm not sure how to phrase this question or even put it into context, but do you ever have an idea of what people's fear is it about finding out if someone's gay, or questioning all these things of sexuality, and how does this work? What is people's problem? Do we?
I think it's lack of knowledge or lack of experience. That kind of, what we don't know scares us. Anything but what we don't know scares us. So, and I think that goes hand in hand with why people are quote unquote shoving their agenda around, right? Like, even if they feel that they're doing that, they're exposing, right? Exposure kind of segues into like, okay, that's fine. Just like your dad, like you explained, like he, a friend is a friend, right? No matter if he's gay, straight, or whatever the case may be, that was a gay person. You saw his interaction with that gay person as being very normal. That was your experience, and your experience led you to be the man you are today, and how you react to gay people or LGBTQ people today. So I think if they don't have that experience or knowledge, they will pretty much be scared, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to grasp at straws, like how do I handle this? Maybe if he's gay, I might be gay too, or they maybe make me gay. Yeah, like it's crazy. It's really sad. It's like why a lot of people end up committing suicides in this group and things of that nature. They don't know how to handle their feelings and emotions or how their reactions of other people toward them, so
That's wild, man.
yeah. So kudos to your dad for just not caring what people think.
Shut up, pops. Dead somewhere. He's
Great
if
guy.
he is with Victor, then he's chilling with him.
Yeah. Great guy. R.I.P. to my Uncle Johnny.
I didn't know how to phrase that question, because I've never even bothered to question someone that's being a bigot or a hater by the definition of towards someone's sexuality, and I don't think I've ever had an open conversation as I am right now with you about someone's sexuality. Not because I don't care.
Yeah.
I do care about people's well-being. That I do care about. Yo, you good? You good. That's it. Sexuality, it's not my it shouldn't. It's your personal thing.
Right.
And you know, if your partner, your lifelong partner, happens to be of the same sex, hey, as long as you feel comfortable sharing your love with everyone, then that's what should matter.
Right.
But it bothers a lot of fucking people, and I still don't know why. And I guess maybe I was maybe trying to get some insight on the feedback that you get.
Yeah.
But we're on the same boat.
Yeah. I always go back to people think about the sex component. I think that disgusts them, right? The sex
They're
component
like two
of a
dicks
relationship.
going into each other like
Yeah.
this.
Dick and asshole, two asses, whatever you want to say.
You ever seen The Office?
When two gay men have sex, how do they know whose penis will open up to accept the other person's penis?
And they're asking Toby. They're like, so how does the penis open up and receive the
my
other
God.
penis?
Like it's a monster. Like it's a monster.
That's what happens, right?
And he's like, well, that's not how it works.
It's fucking wild,
Well, I feel like people also forget
that's pretty funny.
that back in the Roman times that they were going at it all the time. Like that was just seen as like, oh yeah,
Straight
you
orgy
you
rooms.
go to the spa and you just release, no?
Oh my God, what
With
show was
whoever's
that
there.
back in the day?
Wait,
On
Life,
Stars.
Roman?
What was that show on Stars? It was
Showing Stars back in the day.
It was like
You pay for cable.
Roman. Yeah, well, my parents did. But yeah, I don't know the name off the top of my head. But basically, they had a lot of scenes of like orgy, and I was like super like into watching that. I was like, yeah, I'm watching TV. Yeah, so it's,
History Channel.
yeah, right. I'm learning. So.
Last call for words, my brother Dre Drizzo.
Interesting conversation, Dev. Thank you so much for being I'm sorry, I'm just hot. Thank you so much for your story, bro. You broke down a lot of walls and pause. It's been a lot of pausing.
And a lot of breaking down
But
walls.
thank you for your work as a firefighter, doing everything you can for everybody, and keep doing what you're doing, bro. And good luck on the testimony. You'll be alright.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, good luck on the
Thank
test.
you.
It was good.
My brother Dev, man. It's been great having you.
Do you want?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. What do I want people to take away from this conversation? I want them to, if you see somebody gay or if you feel like you're uncomfortable with them, I think a conversation is needed as opposed to like, kind of straying back, whatever the case may be. I don't know, for those who can't see me, right? Like I'm like 6'3", 230, and
You weigh 230?
I weigh 230 pounds.
No way.
Yeah, and I say that to say like it's not your typical like what you think a gay person may or may not be, right? Gay people come in all shape and sizes, things of that nature, and they act straight or they act gay, whatever the case may be. So just stop and have a conversation with somebody. If something's uncomfortable or you don't know about something, and knowledge is power. And to everybody, happy Pride. Enjoy yourself, be who you are, and stay positive. Keep your head up.
That was beautiful. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
I thought he was going for like a dating profile thing. I'm like, hold on, I thought you got married like
It's
2 years
Grindr
ago, bro.
supporting you?
I was waiting for the long
I was
walks on the
about to,
beach shit. I was like, whoa. Oh, shit.
The honorable, lovely Lady H. What are your last call for words?
I can't top that. You finished it really beautifully. But thank you for sharing all of that. And it's really awesome to see you do all this work in your leadership positions right now. So that's why I asked you, like, what's your goal? Because it feels like you're on a trajectory to grow. So I'm excited to see where that growth takes you. And speaking of Grindr, I never heard the little message tone before. But I have a lot
I know it well.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that know it well, and I had never heard it, but I know my friends are on it and they use it. And I was working on a show about a month ago. It's still playing, and one of the characters, he uses Grindr, and they put the Grindr like little sound that it makes, like doo doo doo, and it always got chuckles. And that was the first time I heard what that little grinder message sounded like.
That's when you get the message?
Oh,
That's
that's
when
what
you
it
get the
is.
message?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, I got one.
It's such a unique sound.
It is. It is. I was like, oh, that's
every,
what
if
it
I play
sounds
that,
like.
if that sound, if I'm walking out, somebody turns around, you know they're gay.
Oh, shit. I've
Yes.
never heard this.
Yes.
So I'll look it up and I'll put
But
it in.
no,
Oh,
they
no.
played it.
Yeah.
You saw the show, and they played it when he got, or maybe they took it away because there was a whole conversation with the director and the playwright of like, and they're both gay men, and they're like, should we include the sound? Because isn't that too on the nose if we include the sound? Like it only clues into the people who don't use Grindr that's what he's looking at. But everyone else, which the theaters off of Hell's Kitchen, will know
Yes.
what this is.
Yes.
So I think they cut it out by the time you saw the show.
Oh, so I'm like, I didn't hear it.
Tender-
I didn't register it.
Tender don't got a sound.
No? Or you just
the
haven't
little
gotten
flame
any.
just comes up. Like, I got a message.
It's a little flame.
No, that sound, you're just like,
You fumbling.
oh yeah, no, that's been the root of embarrassment a few times.
I don't know what I would like my last call for words to be, because growing up and still to this day, you know, when it comes to sexual identity, I've never had any qualms with it, because I feel like the people that are scared have been the ones to be like, oh, the gay must rub on you or some dumb shit. And I'm like, yo, it doesn't work that way. Like, do you know you're straight? Yeah, then you straight. That's it.
Right.
And you know, so my mental ability to comprehend wherever the fear comes from, it doesn't seem to register at all at any point, because it's like the amount of brothers I've said I love you to that are gay, because I say I love you to everybody, doesn't change. You know, I would still say I love you. Like, it would hurt me if I ever had the idea to one day not say I love you to someone because they're gay, and I may think that they're gonna take it the wrong way. But I say, so it's like, nah, I love you and I love everybody. And I'm not sure what the challenge is with allowing people to just be. It's tough for me to get around the fact of, you know, being a minority, just trying to be brown, trying to be black, just trying to, you know, be in a space where one can be of the very transparent color of what you are. So to then add another layer of secrecy, because you know, growing up, one of the prides that people would take in trying to get jobs, being a person of color, code switching was a superpower to many. I've looked at it as a weakness. I'm like, I just want to be me. And so if people that are in the closet, so to speak, aren't allowed to just be themselves, I really don't know how that must feel, man. And I really think it goes now beyond just the awareness aspect. It is the support aspect. Because you're right, you know, I don't think about the people that unfortunately go the suicide route because they can't allow themselves to just be. And to live this life and not have a full human experience is a very unfortunate situation. Because at the end of the day, at the beginning or the end of the day, we're all interconnected in as many aspects, and as very few and as many aspects as possible. And if we don't allow ourselves to just have a full human experience, and someone sees themselves less than because they're not allowed to have that, I really hope you can find the space to do that.
Right.
And if conversations like these can be just as casual and open and receiving and loving, I think we can all be better off. Because I do believe the trajectory will be upward for all of us. People having, you know, kids and allowing themselves to be more loving and overstanding. But my heart goes out to everybody, man. So I thank you very much for even coming on the show to share your experience. And I had no idea that you had basically came out to, your coworkers
Yeah.
up until the wedding, man.
At my wedding, yeah.
And thank you for even inviting me to your wedding. I didn't know you were gay before that, by the way.
Oh, I'm glad.
Like, it was not a
surprise.
No?
No, just kidding.
It wasn't a surprise party for you. You already know what's going on.
I mean, I tried to play dodgeball as masculine as I can. That was pretty good.
You were pretty good. I remember that.
Yeah, you were.
I do. Yeah.
But, so with that said, I would say, my last call would be allow yourself to live the most human experience you can allow yourself to be. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you're not killing anyone, and you're just full of love and you're trying to find love, I don't see any issues with it. And it doesn't take away from anyone else. Allow yourself to be. So happy Pride, happy month, and most importantly, happy life.
Yeah.
Because it does go beyond just the month of awareness. This is your life forever. This has been your life from before, and for you to find the space to finally be who you are and who you've been wanting to be, I think that in itself is the win. So I thank you very much, brother. With that said, Dre, Dev, Lady H.
Always a pleasure.
Love y'all.
Love you more.
Love you. Thank you, man.
And we are out. It's Ron Kane. This is Just Words. It always hurts me to say it after a really meaningful conversation. The title, Just Words, Nobody Cares. But we all do care. We all do care.
We all do
Really,
care.
really care. Now turn on that AC.
I love you. Oh, Lord. Oh, my bad, I got warm in here. Nah. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Man.
No problem. Thanks for that was cool.